Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Ladies and gentlemen, namaste to each and every single one of the souls in the chat this early on a beautiful Tuesday night. Here we are lined up for another exploration, another edition of the most effective personal power program in the country. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are harnessing and exploring a particular step of the program. That is to question. We are questioning through everything. More specifically, we are lying a mass grave. The tools of coercion called facts. Namaste. That and much more tonight on Explorations. Namaste. How's everyone doing tonight? Namaste, my explorers. Good evening to you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country. Namaste, everybody. Good to see you. Good to be with you. Namaste. It feels very good to be with you. Guys, I feel like it's been forever since we've been able to, I know it's just been a couple days, but literally, I start to die. I start to wither without you all, without every single one of you putting the wind in the sails of this program, feeling and just being able to look into your eyes, look into your namaste and an indie new explorer surrogacy advocate. Facts were what I trusted before the program. Now I trust the steps, all four of them. Namaste, Nidinu, beautiful. I think the last time I asked you specifically what the 4 tenets were and you didn't know. So that's good to know that you at least know that there's 4 of them. Namaste to you. Well, guys, I know we've got a bunch to get to, a bunch of really exciting stuff, and I can't wait to open up the lines, Lord knows. But ladies and gentlemen, is this still going on? Is whatchamacallit still happening? Is it, did it end already? Oh, it did. Let's do a little run through, huh? Let's do a little run through. How about that, guys? Let's do a little run through the Jazz Express just to get the energy up, just to get the energy excited, bring our mind into our body into our mind. Namaste, my explorers. What do you say we do a little lap around the block, huh? Let's do a little lap around the block. Cherish85, great to see you, hon. And I saw the Trope sub, and I saw that Flexstorm gifted sub. It really touched me. It really touched me. See, while I was getting ready here, I was getting dialed into this, that, and the other, making sure all the levels are good to go. And while I see that, I see you guys being being peaches to each other. Well, guys, this is for you. This is for all my peaches. Witness Pepperoncini expressing a truth he found on a large streamer's chat. He was banned for it. I could not have been more proud. The program works. Namaste. Now, I would love to say, Fluxstorm, thank you so much for those 200 bits, by the way. Thank you so much to Fluxstorm for those 200 bits. Namaste to you. I genuinely appreciate that more than I can express with words right now. But also thank you for letting me know what Guru. I witnessed Pepperoncini expressing a truth he found on a large streamer's chat and was banned for it. Can somebody let me? Dishman Dishes over at youtube.com holding it down. How about to my YouTubers? How about to my YouTubers over there? My YouTube explorers, hungry and just as hungry, just as ready for the tools of transformation over at YouTube Live as anyone is over here at Twitch. You just have a different way of going about it, right? It's different. It's like being gay. It's different. It's all good. It's just different. And that's fine. That's, and sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it's good. And that's the web we weave. That's the web we weave as adult human beings in this modern world, huh? Namaste. Slow boy whiteboard, blessings and namaste to you. Sleepo Monster, good to see you as well. Namaste. Guys, what exactly happened with Pepperoncini getting banned? And can somebody inform me real quick exactly what happened? I'd love to know. I want the skinny on this before we go any further. Fluxstorm bringing that to my attention. Thank you so much. But I would like to know exactly what's going on. Who banned you? What'd you say? What's going on? Trixie, I'm right with you. I need the tea. I need to sip some tea right now. I got a little taste of a crumpet. I got a little taste of a biscuit. I need the tea. Could someone please give it to me? We're resubbing for, guys, we have hit officially the 1 year mark with Brother Purr. Namaste. Hands down the most productive year of my life thanks to the program. Happy to become myself. Namaste. Purr. Guys, 1 year with Purr. One lap around the sun with Brother Purr. Namaste to you. Very exciting. Very exciting. And, oh my goodness gracious. Tropes, the claim the program works supporting evidence sources. I gotta do a guided meditation. You wrote a bunch of bullshit. I gotta do a guided meditation. I sip the tea is hot. I sip the tea is cold. I sip the tea is just right. Continue. I nibble the biscuit, the biscuit is hot. I nibble the biscuit is cold. I nibble the biscuit is just right. I take a walk around the block, it's too hot. I take a walk around the block, it's too cold. I take a walk around the block, it's just right. I flip through the memories of my mind, childhood to adulthood to childhood. In these final moments, I see that the ways in which I constructed the progress that I experienced was simply to protect me from the now, to protect me from my past. That was all for Tropes, who included a message that so I was legally obligated to do a guided meditation, but in addition to that, a message was included. Claim. Okay, so Trope says, claim the program works. Supporting evidence and sources, user reports, verified user testimonials collected on GitHub, issues, e.g. GitHub repository issues section, discussions from Stack Overflow confirming consistent functionality across environments, feedback threads from relevant subreddits, learn programming, r/coding, r/learn programming, automated tests, unit tests with 100% pass rate, see test/test, integration tests confirming end-to-end behavior under various. So I'm going to be honest, I don't understand a darn thing about what you just shared with me. But I am thankful for it. I do believe there is something there. I do believe there is something there. Namaste. Oh, you thought it was going to be a penis? Let me see here. I mean, it's not. It wasn't. That's for sure. But I think we can fix that real quick. Namaste to everybody. Now, a beautiful night we're having. Thank you guys so much for being here. And this is from Tropes. Nope. All right, and that didn't take. All right, great. We're having a good night. Nice. Namaste. Psychic emergency.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Tropes to issue a psychic emergency. Claim, the program works. Supporting evidence and sources, user reports, verified user testimonials collected on GitHub issues, e.g., GitHub repository, issues section, discussions from Stack Overflow confirming consistent functionality across environments. Feedback threads from relevant subreddits, e.g., r, learn programming, r, coding. Automated tests. Unit tests with 100% pass rate, see test *******. Integration tests confirming end-to-end behavior under various. Repeat. Claim. The program works. Supporting evidence and sources. User reports. Verified user testimonials collected on GitHub issues, e.g., GitHub repository. Issues section. Discussions from Stack Overflow confirming consistent functionality across environments. Feedback threads from relevant subreddits, e.g., r, learn programming, r, coding. Automated tests. Unit tests with 100% pass rate, see test *******. Integration tests confirming end-to-end behavior under various. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Beautiful stuff. Thanks so much, Tropes, for the PNAS. Namaste to you. Also, we've got a communal vision from Pepperoncini already. Lots of perspective being shared tonight. Already a very pregnant, beautiful, expressive night on explorations. Pepperoncini with a message saying, secure a backhoe and dig it about 15 feet long, 10 feet wide, 8 feet deep. Secure yourself a Calico M950 pistol with its 100-round helical magazine. Shoot every fact in the head and dump it in a mass grave. Cover the facts and lie to reduce the smell of decomposed facts. Continue to do this until the grave is filled and there are no facts left. Add the experts in there while you're at it. The works program, he said, he put TWP, but I think what he meant was TPW, the program works. Namaste, and I was banned BTW for being nice. Interesting. And that was from Pepperoncini. Namaste to you. Thank you so much, Pepperoncini, for joining us with that perspective. giving us step-by-step instructions on how to create your own mass grave for facts. Namaste. Mass grave for facts tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And I'm going to get to my spiel in just a moment. But before we get even going, how are you guys? It's Tuesday. It's the first exploration of the week, right? Sometimes it can be a little sleepy that first day, but that's why I'm here, right? That's why Leslie's here. That's why Leslie's sipping the Celsius powder and some tap water. And if I'm feeling good, I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a fantastic energy-fueled evening. And I'm here to wake you up with the most effective personal power program in the country. So how are we doing? How are we doing? I Unplug, I'm exploring my fucking ass off. That's wonderful to hear. I love swears, too. Swears is okay here. We can say cuss words here. A lot of people, sometimes people call up and they're like, oh, can I say this cuss word? Yes, you can. Say any cuss word you want. Just not one of the big ones that can get us in trouble. That actually, why I had to get rid of the VOD on Saturday, because Sebastian said the F word, one of the big ones. Gene keeps getting banned from what? Where'd you get banned from though? Is my question. Flu is not, it was not fellatio. No, it was not. Listen, if I could say any this, that, and the other on Twitch.tv, I would. But we don't make the rules here on Twitch yet. Right now, some of the greatest communities were they perfect? No. But some of the greatest, communities, with the independence and strength of will to sustain for as many years as they did, they migrated. Take, it didn't end perfectly, but the Jonestown group, they were a very, you could call them a cult, I guess, but that's the thing. If they changed the world, you wouldn't be sitting here calling them a cult. If they actually did the stuff that they said they were going to do, we wouldn't be sitting here being, oh, God, oh, terrible, oh, bad story. No. And the thing is, they had a goal, they had a way to do it, and they messed up. They made some mistakes. Now, but they moved from Indianapolis to California. I think they did another stop somewhere in some other dumb state, and then they went down to Guam. Namaste. Namaste to them. Namaste. An almost group. Now, guys, so I still don't know what channel Sheen was banned from for being nice, but let's move on. So, guys, I like to see that we're doing all right. I get an all right feeling from you all right now in the chat. The energy that I'm feeling, that I'm seeing through this, saw me say it was banned by record hype train holder Pirate Software. Oh, you got banned from Pirate Software? For what? What'd you say? Well, it sounds to me like Pirate Software is a coward. And I'll say that openly. If you're taking somebody with the energy and intellect, just ultimately a nice guy like Pepperoncini, and you're sending him you're telling him to hit the bricks, there's something sick about you. There's something sick about your whole approach. There's something sick about your community. Namaste. Now. Okay, so guys, wonderful to be with you. This is the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations. Now, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Exactly what's going on here. I feel like everybody's heard me say this spiel a little bit before, but tonight let's just go through the four. Let's go through the four tenets. It always surprises me that we get years into the program with some of you. I'm working with a lot of you on a years-long arc at this point. And I asked, Nindy knew, I asked a couple years in, and I asked him, do you know the four tenets? He did not know the four tenets. He did not know the 4 tenets. Shame on Indy New for that. Explorer of the Month in Indy New, but seriously, shame on you for that. But on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly why I take the time to go through the 4 tenets as they are, as they need to be covered as many times as possible. It should be automatic. It should be, you shouldn't even feel yourself remembering it. It should just be a part of your life. Namaste. So, ladies and gentlemen, as many of you may or may not know, it's off. 1 second. That should do it. Close enough. Wait, it was in sync? Well, whatever. Anyway, here we are. So, guys, exactly. Mr. Terrific hitting it out of the damn park. First tenet, guys. So, listen, I have boiled everything that you need in your life to achieve what you need to achieve, to unlock the power coursing through your veins. I've boiled everything you need into simple 4 basic tenets of explorations. 4 basic tenets of explorations. Now, there's not 10 commandments, there's no 4 agreements, there's none of that BS. What we're doing is 4 tenets. 4 things that we learn through and we return to as it goes on. And it's important that we go in order. So Mr. Terrific got us started off on the right foot. Let's go ahead and hit that button one more time. So if you're looking for a place to start, you're brand new to explorations, and you're wondering where to start, ladies and gentlemen, we can't do anything unless first we relax. Now, if you're wondering, real quick, TLDR of how we go about doing this, relaxing in a Leslian sense means to feel bad, essentially speaking. If it feels bad, you're relaxing. If it feels good, you're not relaxing. So if you got your scented candles, you got your little cruise, you got your Carnival cruise trip coming up, getting a little hot tub, maybe you go see a Zydeco band, on the deck of the Carnival cruise, and you get a hand job from your wife of 27 years. You're elated, you're excited, but you're not relaxed. All right, we don't do that kind of stuff here. Relaxing in a sense of explorations to unlock the power within, ladies and gentlemen, that feels bad. The act of becoming feels bad, and if you are feeling bad, then you are doing good here at Explorations. Now, once you have felt adequately bad, once you have relaxed enough into reality of the self as it truly exists, ladies and gentlemen, that is when we move on to the second step, the second tenet of the program, and that is to question. Now, questioning. I could ask my scientists. I know we got a couple scientists in the chat right now. They'll be the first to tell you that, who hit leather? Onion plug, stop. Onion plug, stop. Okay, question. Anyway, quote, "In my mind's eye, I imagine a compound for us all to live in. Rooms with high-pitched piercing drones, cold rooms that smell like shit, a shooting range for slurs. All of them. A shooting range.
I give us 6 weeks before the wheels come off."
A shooting range, yeah. I acknowledge the violence of certain pieces of language. That's why we will have a shooting range for any slur that you can think of. You'll get your little cutout, your little paper cutout, do the little clip thing, send it about 25 feet out, and just let it rip. That's how we do things at Explorations. Now, as I was saying, guys, second step of the program, extremely effective, extremely powerful, the most powerful step of the program, and that is to question. Ladies and gentlemen, and that's what we're going to be using tonight in particular. More on that in a second. But we must question everything that can be questioned, ladies and gentlemen. Anything everything that exists must be questioned, must be tested. And we do not question to refine, we do not question to perfect, we do not question to understand. We question to destroy. We question to seek knowledge beyond knowledge, facts beyond facts. More on that later. And we question to destroy anything that can be. It is powerful, and we must harness and explore that power to its fullest extent, ladies and gentlemen. Questioning everything. Now, after you question and you've found a collection of things about yourself, about this world, that you... Quick communal vision from Stone Monster. Big dog pain brings new big dog ideas for the new age. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful stuff, Stoney. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Namaste to Stone Monster tonight. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. Listen, well, Trixie asked a good question. Why do we have to question it? Well, you're an inquisitive mind, right? You're sharp. You're sharp. You're bright. I can tell. Now, Trixie, though, one thing about this is you feel imposed upon my edict of like requiring you to question. However, with you, because you've already got that mind churning and burning, what we're going to be doing with you is we're going to be looking for the questions you're already asking. That maybe you're not consciously verbalizing them quite yet, but we're going to be looking through your heart, looking through your mind tonight, finding those questions that you're already asking, and take them to the fullest extent, take them to the finish line, lay waste to the reality inside and outside of us. Namaste. And ladies and gentlemen, once we have laid waste to the reality, both inside, Craigulators, Lord, 5 community subs from Brother Craigulators. Namaste, Brother Craigulators. Wow. 5 community subs. Extremely generous of you. Brother Craigulators, namaste to you. Blessings. I can't thank you enough for that. Moderator and brother of devoted light, Craigulators, being very generous tonight. Thank you so much, Craig. Truly generous beyond words. I physically wish I could touch you right now. Not sexually, because Twitch would be mad at me if I said that, and they would punish me. But if you can't. If I say that I want to touch you in a way that's not sexual, Twitch can't touch me. It's in the TOS. It's in the TOS. If I say that it's a non-sexual touch, I could jack you off right now, but it's not sexual. And Twitch can't touch me. It's got to be sexual. Have you ever seen a man give another man a non-sexual hand job, just 2 straight fellas jacking each other off in a non-sexual way? Then you haven't even begun to unlock the power inside of you. Namaste. And that's why they need us on Twitch.tv. That's why they need us on Twitch.tv. So anyway, back to it, ladies and gentlemen. After we've laid waste with questioning, the power of questioning, that is when we move on to the third step of the program. The third tenet, be the change. Namaste to you and welcome to the program. Namaste to you. Listen, there we go. There we go. Nindy New coming through with the third tenet. Namaste. So guys, after we've adequately relaxed, adequately questioned, that's when we move on to express. Let that song out of your heart. And what I mean by that is not necessarily a song, not necessarily painting a painting, but the act of being, truly being yourself. Having questioned and relaxed enough to know what yourself is, let that self dance, sing, paint, and exist and express itself. You express it yourself unto an absolute end of complete impotence, redundancy, and exhaustion, as any artist will tell you is waiting for you at the end of any act of being or creation. Now, you get to this level of utter and absolute defeat, and ladies and gentlemen, right when it's darkest, right when the night is the darkest, ladies and gentlemen, that's when you will find that you are truly exploring this universe, exploring as yourself, having reached a position where left is no different than right, forward no different than backward. Progress where? Conserve what? In what direction and to what extent? this is the ultimate level of mastery within the program. And ladies and gentlemen, should you reach this level tonight or any other night, even for a moment, the level of ecstasy and power that will be released in your veins, it will defy science, it will defy nature, it will defy even a spiritual container that seeks to explain and understand. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly talking about the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. Okay, so listen, we got a couple orders of business. I want to open up this line. I want to give you my little spiel about tonight's theme. But first, we got a couple orders of business. I love this horse stuff that we're doing in the chat. I can't ever see it. I can't ever see that stuff, but I love knowing that it's there. Raji. Oh, Raji, mate. Namaste to Raji. Explorer Formula One racer. Didn't know that you guys had that over there. Long mane, big hoof, shiny coat. What's new? Small ears, so cute. Nice hail, good mood. Wow. Beautiful. A little poem, a little abstraction, a little departure, a little journey with you. Thanks so much, Raji. Wow. Thanks so much, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate that more than I can explain to you. But also, that's the 4th month in a row with Raj. 4th month. I remember the first time we all laid eyes on Raj during Infatuations. Laid waste to the competition. Thank you so much, Raj. Just out of sheer, defiance and horniness that night. That was something truly to behold. A handsome young man, in the prime of his youth. I am a man reborn, says Raji. Blessings. Blessings. It makes me very happy to see that. It makes me very happy to see that. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, quick couple orders of business. You know what I'm about to do. First of all, I didn't get anything in my P.O. box last time I checked. Please send me some stuff. Send me a postcard, a letter, a little package. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Just address it to me, Leslie Tanner. I go pick it up. I absolutely love getting stuff from you guys. I got the postcards from Little Miss Whatever last. I got a single postcard. I got a little thing from Onion Plug last time, and I am hungry for more from you guys. I love getting that physical, like I said. If I could reach out through this screen and if I could touch you, I would. I would do that. In a non-sexual way, of course. Twitch, you can't come and get me. You can't. Because I'm not doing sexual stuff with my chat, all right? I wouldn't think about it. I would not think about that. I haven't had sex with another person in years. By design. I masturbate all day. Very quickly, very aggressively. Some would even call it violently. I do that on my own time with myself. Clip this and send this to the Twitch admins that you know in your life. Listen, I would never think about doing a sexual thing. But if I could touch them, if I could breastfeed them in a non-sexual way, the moment I saw them getting a boner, if I tried to breastfeed someone from my chat, I put my engorged male breast ready to lactate into the mouth of a member of my chat right now. Go ahead, let's pick old Shinobi. Let's go ahead and pick old Shinobi right now. I'm breastfeeding old Shinobi. The moment that I see old Shinobi popping a little boner, the milk's done. The milk's done. You ain't got to worry about me, Twitch. Nindy New, how about second base with a Lucky Explorer? No. No. Nindy New is trying to test me. Nindy New sort of you're testing me. Probably asking see if I'm gonna mess up in front of a Twitch admin. No way. Can't catch me. Can't catch me. So anyway, old Shinobi, for instance, if I were to breastfeed old Shinobi and I notice, if old Shinobi has a penis, it starts getting erect, I'm like, no, done. And if you have a pussy and it's getting damp and I can feel that heat, that sort of damp heat radiating off of your labia, and while I breastfeed you, it's done. That's not why I do it, and that's not why I'll ever do it. Pepper and Chini with a communal vision, thank you so much. I have nipples, Guru, can you milk me? XD, Meet the Parents, Explorers Edition. Now that's guys, that's comedy that I can get behind. That is comedy that I can get behind. Namaste. Thank you so much, Brother Pepperoncini, with that little reference and that joke. I got it. Sometimes I don't get a lot of comedy, but that's one I got. And you put it in the putting it in the spirit of the program. I can't get enough of that kind of stuff. Thank you so much, Brother Gene. Xmod. So anyway, just to reiterate, I'm not going to be having sex with any of the chat. Never going to happen. I wouldn't do anything sexual, and if I was doing anything that even remotely aroused them, I would stop. Twitch, you can trust me. I love your TOS. I absolutely am a massive fan of your TOS. No worries about that. No worries. No little worries about that. You got a little soldier right here. All right? Now, guys, that's the P.O. box. Let's go ahead and drop a little something that we'll return to later tonight. So, guys, if you are looking for the true program materials and looking to enter my inner circle of this the most effective personal power program in the country, go ahead and click that link I just dropped into the chat. Guys, my community of devoted light at patreon.com is where I host my library of exclusive materials you can't get anywhere else. Podcasts, videos, music downloads, etc., all waiting for you to access tonight if you want. Actually, the most recent podcast episode I put up a sit down with moderator Not Mish. A sit down with moderator Not Mish, an hour long. My temporary roommate Not Mish. I got a chance to sit down with her, really pick that brain and kind of just chew the fat with her over the course of about an hour, and that is on there. You can't get these materials anywhere else. So please, if you're considering it, if you're hungry for the more meaty materials that the program has to offer, please consider the community of devoted light at patreon.com. But like I said, a couple more details about that later on. A little bit later in the evening. But guys, so listen, let's go ahead and get down to it, because I got to open up the line. I got to speak to you. I gotta speak to you ASAP. Not me. Please don't. Not right now. You'll notice a certain level of tension in that chat that I had with Mish, which is public and it is free. If you want to go check that out, it's free. I linked it in the Discord. It's on the Patreon. It's free. You can listen to it as well as there's a couple of other videos that are free. Listen, but Mish, this is that kind of tension we're talking about. You know, people call for you to be Explorer of the Month, and that's obscene of me to think, because you do this kind of stuff all the time. You get underfoot. You start picking at me. You start pushing my buttons. Sometimes I think you want to see this fail. I think you want to see this burn. The most effective, the amount of light that we give this world through this program, I needed you to be honest. They'll figure it out. I didn't lie, Mish. I don't know. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, so tonight we are exploring mass grave for facts. Now, you might be wondering, Leslie, is this the right time to use that kind of imagery? There is never a better time to use that kind of imagery. Ladies and gentlemen, let me back up and explain myself. Everybody welcome Pepperoncini to the Explorations community and program. Namaste, Pepperoncini. Thank you so much. See, Not Mish is fucking around. Everybody ignore Not Mish. I was getting zizzed up for my little spiel about tonight's theme, and I got a little fucking possum digging around in the trash. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, mass grave for facts. Now, some of you will remember a couple years ago, we did a funeral for facts. So the spirit of that being, we question, right? We question this world, and we acknowledge the coercive role that facts too frequently play in our lives. Over the past couple years, it has been harder and harder, in large part due to social media and the internet and such. It has become harder and harder to find, establish, and share what we might normally call objective reality. A reality in which we all share facts, the same facts, not versions of facts. And too often, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in a swirl of quote-unquote facts. You know, and let me know if you've ever felt this. Let me know if you've ever felt this. Twitch and YouTube. Because I have a feeling that I have a feeling which of you guys are going to react which way. So let me ask you this. Tell me if you have been on social media or the internet recently, and you have found yourself in a comment section or watching a video that you weren't sure about. You weren't sure about the facts that were going back and forth, being volleyed back and forth. And it made you feel like even if just for a moment, even if just a whisper of a thought in the back of your mind, you thought like, I can't keep up with this. I need to get like a master's degree in order to make sense of this. That exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, for thousands upon thousands of years, there were no comment sections. There was no forum in which, any random person can make a username and haughtily comment as if they were an expert, as if they knew beyond anyone what represents reality in a certain field. For thousands of years, ethically speaking, all that most of us were responsible for were for the survival of ourselves and those that we cared about. Fast forward to now, right? Fast forward to now, we look in any direction, we see a quote-unquote expert using what? To bludgeon us, using what? To make us feel small, using what? To coerce us into their ideological, spiritual framework, to make them feel better, to make them feel less alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the currency, the economy of facts in our modern age. In our contemporary age, this is how facts function. Ladies and gentlemen, the sickness goes deep. The rot is profound. The infrastructure by which we established objective reality in the past is simply no longer there. We all participate in a cosplay of experts in exchanging facts, doing research, when simply we have turned the clock back in so many ways, centuries. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're not having a morning session. We're not having a funeral. We're having a mass grave for facts. These little things that are used to coerce us, bludgeon us, and worst of all, to stagnate your journey to the next level. Your path to the next level is constantly impeded by these experts with facts. Maybe they existed in the past, but like I said, the infrastructure by which they existed is long gone. And ladies and gentlemen, this world needs a program that can meet the needs of the moment, a program that meets reality, not as we wish it was, not as it makes us feel better, not as it makes us feel powerful and in control. Reality as it is, because ladies and gentlemen, that is the only path to the next level that we speak about so frequently. So tonight, when I open up the line, we are going to be burning through calls. I encourage enthusiastically, I encourage each and every single one of you to call up tonight and contribute a fact for our mass grave. How have you been coerced? How have you been controlled? How have you been made to feel small, like you were inadequate? To perceive your own needs, to perceive the needs of those that you care about. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, not a funeral, a mass grave for facts. We put them to bed. We acknowledge that reality is no longer set by these facts as we lay them to rest. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Like I said, we're going to be getting through a lot of calls. Hold space for my tribe. Perfect timing, brother. Absolutely perfect timing. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight?
It's Michaela.
Michaela, how we doing?
I'm doing well, Mr. Tanner.
That's great to hear. Listen, namaste. Listen, Raiders, hold space for my tribe. Uncle Krosif, you son of a bitch. And hold space, it's fantastic to have you guys. Perfect timing. We are getting into a mass grave for facts tonight. We are putting to rest these facts that have ruined our lives, that allow the experts, so to speak, to coerce us, divorce us from our own interests, gaslight us into thinking that the next level doesn't even exist, essentially. Namaste, gotta say, Sly, namaste to you. Welcome, gotta say, Sly, namaste, welcome to Explorations. Tropes, Leslie, your temporary roommate is slowly poisoning you. It's why you're not always feeling well for streams. I would think twice about sipping any Kool-Aid from now on. Interesting stuff. I'll start locking my flavor in. I appreciate that. Namaste to you, Tropes. Now,
I think she would be building your tolerance, actually, to poison.
Okay, well, listen, we'll deal with that later. Michaela, you need the program. Let's take it. Mass grave for facts. Talk to me. Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Michaela, spelled Mackalyugh, was the caregiver for Ozzy, and she let him die because he's anti-Christian, and I won't hear any facts to the otherwise. Any response?
I was laughing because I saw that ahead of it, and that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact, actually.
So you're on a sort of a little crusade, so to speak.
No, I actually just let him die because I'm not capable.
You're just inadequate at your job.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, interesting. So, okay, we'll appreciate the forthrightness on that. Now, let's get back to it. Tonight, mass grave for facts. What fact are you putting in the first in the grave tonight?
I don't like the fact that I'm 26 and I still have acne.
Well, that sounds like it's an actual, factual reality then.
Yeah, is that not what we're...
No, that's not at all what... Did you understand the thing that I just said earlier?
About it being a fact.
Yeah, well, but that's just like, you have acne, right?
Yeah, but it's a fact. I don't understand.
So, yeah, okay. So, quickly summarize what you heard me say in that like 10-minute long thing.
That we're taking reality and we're putting it in a grave.
That's not okay, yeah, that's...
Then what sort of facts are you talking about? Like ones that you can't actually face with evidence, or what?
Okay, so no, Michaela, okay, so listen, I'll give you a little spark notes, I guess. Pepperoncini with 200 bits and another communal vision. Thanks so much, Pepperoncini. Does the acne affect your brain function?
It makes me sad, but I think that's just an independent factor.
Yeah, okay. So listen, I'll give you the little spark notes. We are getting rid of facts that impede our sort of access to reality. Right?
Okay.
So we're getting rid of facts, quote unquote facts, that impede our access to reality and therefore the path of the next level. So I would say what you offered in terms of having acne, like that's just a fact you don't like, but you have acne and it makes you sad.
Yes.
Okay, so see, now that's that are you seeing what I'm trying to get at right now?
So it needs to be more metaphysical?
No. So okay, how about this? So you have acne, that's a first step, realizing and acknowledging the fact that you have acne and letting it make you sad is very important. Real quick psychic emergency from Fram Weard. Namaste.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Framware to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 explorers. The time is night explore. Mass grave for facts, ladies and gentlemen. The internet has largely turned into a wasteland of experts, bludgeoning and coercing those around them with facts that end up being anything but. And too often, we are cast out of polite or enlightened circles as conspiracy theorists or heretics, simply because of the tools we wield here at Explorations, namely, question. Tonight, let's dig a mass grave for these so-called facts that ain't. Repeat. Cheer 400 explorers. The time is night explore. Mass grave for facts, ladies and gentlemen. The internet has largely turned into a wasteland of experts, bludgeoning and coercing those around them with facts that end up being anything but. And too often, we are cast out of polite or enlightened circles as conspiracy theorists or heretics, simply because of the tools we wield here at Explorations, namely, question. Tonight, let's dig a mass grave for these so-called facts that we now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. And then we had a communal vision from Hypocryptomatic. Your skin sounds gross. Hug, psych.
I couldn't understand what you all were slurring.
Yeah, okay. So did it make more sense with the psychic emergency?
I think so. Okay, so it's just more like a large scale, like, you go on the internet and you say something and then someone's like, no, and then it like becomes the whole thing.
No, but not because you're wrong. It's mainly just not, we're not connecting on this. Okay, let's try it. Let's try again. So because this is something that's really going to be, I think really put some wind in your sails, Michaela. And I'm very excited for you to sort of like kind of really get what I'm trying to get across. Before that, you have been terminated. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
It's still me.
Okay, well, welcome back. So listen. I'm trying to think of a fact
This is making me feel crazy.
I would say, based on our conversations, Michaela, would you say that your parents play like an oppressive role in your life? Communal vision, real quick, from Pepperoncini. She hung up before the term went through. I think you still need to do it. Okay. Yeah. Seven 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you?
Did the term go through?
I mean, essentially now, yeah. So, okay. Listen. If you guys are pissed off about listening to Michaela, then you got to be quicker on the dial back. She's whooping your ass. Okay. Now, Michaela, do you think it's fair to say after, our conversations over the past couple months that my assessment that your parents play an oppressive role in your life. That this is. Do you feel like that's accurate?
No. I think we disagree on stuff, but I think oppressive is too harsh of a word.
Okay, so let's back up then. When you hung out with your friend or your cousin, did they give you like a pep talk at all?
A pep talk?
Yeah, like
Did
you
my
you
friends give me a pep
confided
talk?
in them about like being bummed out about something, and they were like, don't even worry, you're this, that, and the other." Did they say anything like that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Running people
because I know
over
they're
should be a
good friends
misdemeanor
and
if you're on CBD.
running people. Okay, that was a good quote. Thank you so much, friend. No. What's an example of something that they say to like support you in those moments?
My friend?
Yeah.
Well, he's my cousin, and our parents are both very similar, and he kind of gave me some advice on how to sort of like establish boundaries and things, and because both of our parents show similar patterns.
I have jars of piss
Quote.
buried in my backyard.
Namaste. Okay, now. Okay, so giving you advice, but like pep talk, right? What did they say? Like positive? They give you any like compliments or anything like that?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Okay,
Like,
yeah. What are some
yeah.
examples? Middle Path
well-
with a super chat from YouTube.com. It says, "Are these triggers working tonight?" Middle Path, yes, they are. YouTube.com, they are working tonight. Now I'm gonna say to Middle Path over at YouTube.com. So yeah, if you're at YouTube and you want to do any of this stuff right now, let it rip. It's all yours. Okay, so okay, yeah, well, give us some of the compliments.
He really liked my outfit. Him and his friends really liked my outfit. They thought I looked super cute. They were very happy that I actually dragged them out to the place that we went to because they wouldn't have gone without me, and so they thanked me for that. I told them about some funny stuff that happened, and they thought I was funny. I mean, is this what you mean?
No, you're kind of just giving. Okay, yeah, let's try again. Let's try another angle. Let's, because this is going to be a good one for you to.
Frem, I also feel insane. I don't get what the theme is.
Okay, I'm going to read what I wrote in the Discord for tonight, and I'm going to ask you if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, the internet largely turned into a wasteland of experts bludgeoning and coercing those around them with facts that end up being anything but. Do you know what that sentence means?
I was reading what Frem was saying. You know what? It's okay.
No.
We can just talk
We're
for a
not
while.
getting. You're not getting off the hook that easy.
Okay. This is not entertaining, Leslie.
Who says who? You feel weird.
the
That doesn't
chat-
mean it's
the
not
chat-
entertaining.
The chat says it's not entertaining.
No, then why haven't they gone? Why haven't they left? They could all leave right now. They could close the tab.
That's not how this works.
They could leave. They could terminate. They could close the tab.
Okay. Can
They
we
love
just,
having a
like,
leader. They love this. They love this.
Okay.
They can't get
What's
enough. Okay,
What's up?
so Mick Reaper saying, "I'm leaving. Fuck you, Leslie." Well, let's see if that's true. I dare you. Ladies and gentlemen, the internet has largely turned into a wasteland of experts bludgeoning and coercing those around them with facts that end up being anything but.
Okay.
All right, let's take a breather and let's try again later. Namaste. Oh, you've been terminated. No. Duncan did it with a communal vision. Caller, I can't read or understand stuff either. Namaste. Team ignorance is bliss. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight? Caller, you there?
Hey, I'm here. Sorry, Guru.
There he is. Namaste. Pepperoncini, welcome back to the program. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right. Would have loved to hear the end of that program or that conversation had she been able to process one iota of what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, there was definitely a communication gap. That's what I like to call that, a communication gap. I was not able to communicate with her about what I was, we did not understand each other by the end of that. But it was kind of fun to struggle with that.
Yeah, I guess so. In a way, yeah, there was a humor to it for sure.
Yeah, for me there was yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. Well, I wanted to call in and talk about the topic, if that's okay.
Please. So the topic being tonight, mass grave for facts. We're putting facts to sleep tonight, forever, in a massive style. Now let's get to it.
I want to take it to kind of give it a more historical context, if you think and just think about things there, if that's okay. Is when you were a peasant, right? You were a serf, toiling in, I don't know, Japan or Europe or something like that. And think about how few facts you knew.
I think it's very clarifying. So just to reiterate, you're using it like an old farmer from the Middle Ages or something like this, and how many facts did that fella know?
Yeah, like almost none, right? Like they knew nothing was a fact to them, really, right? It was like you got some opinions about something, you don't know anything, and that was good. Those people had good lives, okay? They were short, they were extremely painful in some situations, but they didn't need to know all the facts to get through life. So in modern society, Thomas Jefferson, right, he had the idea of the poet farmer, right? Or like the enlightened agricultural farmer. And what do we have today in the United States based off of that dream, right? We have a bunch of people who've got a bunch of facts in their heads and they're miserable. They're on SSRIs, they're on antidepressants. Okay? They're basically living longer but more miserable lives, as if they didn't even have medication. Exactly. And so those that are ignorant of facts succeed, while those who are filled with them fail.
Well, yeah, I think this is a very good example. Hypocryptomatic with a communal vision, just saying hi, just saying hi-de ho.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
I went to bed the other night, but I heard that there was an oopsie that happened. Don't do an oopsie. Don't let an oopsie happen again. No oopsies allowed.
And that's for Jen. I don't understand that, but I don't want to, in the spirit of tonight. Yeah. Now let's return back to what you're saying, because I think you're making a really important point that everybody needs to chew on tonight. Now, and I want to take it even one step further. So you're pointing out that the quality of life has decreased in so many ways since the dawn of facts, right?
Yeah. And I think the way to put a point on that, just have you ever heard about a serf committing suicide?
Have you ever heard about a serf committing suicide? Yeah, did you ever hear of a serf on Zoloft?
Yeah, exactly.
You ever hear of a serf having social anxiety?
Yeah, talking about their social battery being drained.
How many spoons they have? No. And if you need a sort of measurement for how utterly castrated we are, penises cut off, ladies and gentlemen. That's what castration means. Our dicks have been cut off. In a very real, even more profound sense than if you were physically castrated, with the introduction of that which the existence of facts implies. So, let's take this another step further. We here, I am charged with granting each and every single one of you included, Pepperoncini, the path to the next level, the tools by which to unlock the power within. And facts are simply not helpful for this path. Communal vision. Hypocryptomatic. Your mom called me and said you are a bore. Your superpower is sleep. Pep's mom.
Well, Jen, if you remember, my mom's dead, much like your dad. And my understanding is that if there is some sort of afterlife, my mom is going to be making your dad eat like dog food from a bowl. So just something to consider.
Something to think about. Think about Gene's mom making, and we all know how difficult of a subject that is for Sister Jen. Yeah.
So she coming in talking about my dead mom. Just know your dad. He's like got a little maid outfit on, and he's wearing like a big collar on his neck. And my mom is like using the collar and also pushing his face into the dog food that's in the bowl.
Yeah. They got dog food meat. Wherever that is.
And it's the cheap, it's like it's the wet one. The wet, cheap shit, too. They actually it's hard, and then you pour water on it to soften it up, but it's still gloopy. That's what he's eating.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Cherish just said flamed, meaning you're just lighting Jen up right now.
Oh yeah, like she's a fact.
Which is a fact. So Gene, in the spirit of this, I appreciate the historical context that you've put our exploration tonight in. But talk to me real quick. What's a fact that you want to put in the pile? What's a fact that you're just done with? It could be simple, it could be big, it could be little, it could be personal, whatever you feel. Just like, what's a fact that somebody throws in your face and you're like, not only am I done with that, I'm done with whatever that would let you hurt me. Go.
That bullying is bad.
There we go. Danny Blue Jeans, fun fact, possums have thumbs on their hind feet. Thank you so much, Danny Blue Jeans. Appreciate that. Now, okay, so what, this is a big one. This is a big one. What Gene just said is the fact that he is done with is that bullying is bad. Very brave, very provocative answer. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, there's all this stuff about experts being worried about bullying, right? Oh, you shouldn't bully. You shouldn't use social coercive action against others who don't want to regulate to norms. Like, that's what I'm hearing.
Jen firing back. I don't know what my asshole tastes like, but you do. Too much concentration on my butt, Peps. Signed, Daddy.
What? When did I talk about a butt? I don't remember talking about a butt at all. Did I talk about a butt?
Not to my knowledge.
Jen, that's a fail. That's an epic fail, Jen. Epic fail.
Yeah, Jen, that wasn't a good one.
Now I got something for you, okay? I want you to imagine, not my mom, not your dad, but instead a bathtub that's for the size of a hobbit, and you got to get into that fucker.
And Lord knows at that point, I mean, as we know, a couple weeks ago, Jen called in and said she started crying because her bathtub was too little.
She threw up at work. Threw up at work in a cup because her bathtub was too little.
Jen, listen, sweetheart, you got to come a little harder and a little more coherent, given the amount of little seedlings that you've placed for everybody to throw back at you at times like this.
Yeah, and in the middle of me talking about how I think bullying is good, I mean, right? I'm not going to indulge. I'm not going to not indulge, I guess, is what I mean to say.
Yeah. Now, okay, so bullying isn't bad, and repeat that one more time. I was distracted by Jen's, and then I have one follow-up question for you.
Yeah, I was just saying that, like, when experts say that it's bad to bully, you shouldn't bully people. You shouldn't. To me, what I'm hearing them say is you shouldn't use social corrective action to get people to conform to norms, right? Which is what our society is driven on. You need people who are acting a fool and acting stupid and retarded and dumb to be adjusted, and bullying is the tool for that.
100%. I'm a massive fan of it. I'm a massive fan of that. Now, but one my follow-up question I have for you is that I recently I was in What's Up Cats Up Toaster's stream, and he had mentioned that he has a no bullying like program or something like this. Now, is this what you're sharing right now? Is this meant as a pushback against this streamer? What's up, Cats Up?
I actually have been doing some penetration testing on his no bully program, just to show how much of a farce it really is. There's no effectiveness. There's no tools being used. There's one person, and that's Ellie Benelli, who is taking the moderator's creed and doing work. Okay, no one else in that community, and that no bully thing is a farce. You're not protected, so you might as well, if you're gonna sit there and make yourself a target, that you're like a cow or a sheep to be devoured by a bully. The way to strike is to strike first against the bully. You must bully them. It is the only way, otherwise you'll be consumed. Right? The only way to peace is with a knife.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to get in the way of that. I'm going to leave that right where it is, Cheen. I really appreciate you being so generous tonight and getting us back on track after that rough start to tonight.
Yeah. Hey, Michaela, if you try again, do it quick. Okay? Call back and just get it the first time. I gave you an example here. God bless.
Okay, God bless.
Namaste to you.
Namaste, Pepperoncini. Namaste to you. 708-240-8953, Massgrave for Facts. We were just offered the fact that bullying is bad. We're putting it to rest tonight. First body in the grave. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
It's Wiki.
Wiki, Riva, namaste, brother. Good to hear from you. Early call from Wiki.
Oh, yeah. It's been a great day and a very sad day for the Walk and Woe.
That's right. So our resident Walk and Woe musician, Wiki Wiva, go ahead. Now, of course, I know the news that you're speaking about, but go ahead and share with our chat tonight what it is that you are referring to, just to fill everybody in.
Well, somebody who's a legend in the Walk and Woe community has passed on to the next level. He has moved on and taken his further steps one at a time. And I'm sure as night is day, Ozzy knew what weed wax meant. I mean, you eat a bad head, you snort some ants up your nose, you know what wax is like, baby.
Truly.
And he questioned everything. He questioned all of the societal norms and things like that. He expressed himself through his music. He explored through like personal. And they got up close with that Ozzy Osbourne show. Yeah, wow.
Well, if you're looking for a place of, if you're looking for like somebody who embodied that sort of dissociative despondence, like somebody who just, who really couldn't tell even left from right, back from forth. But yeah, just check out Ozzy in the last couple of years, even a little bit in that reality show. Truly an explorer in the most meaningful sense of the word.
Oh yeah, he was all up in them. He didn't even know he's part of the program. The program works that damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's why. I mean the program itself pretty universal. So listen, 100%. Did you want to? Well, listen. Before we go any further with the question I was about to ask, I want to take you to task on tonight's theme, which is mass grave for facts. Now, Wiki, you're a very fluid person in the sense that as an artist, objectivity and subjectivity are in a constant dance. That is in a sense a lot of what a lot of your songs and art represent to me, right? You're affecting me on a visceral physical level. You got to be chiming into something. But at the same time, I hear, a very particular Wiki thumbprint subjectivity through your music. So listen, from that perspective, Wiki, I'm really curious. We're having a mass grave for facts tonight. What fact has somebody used to control you, make you feel small, and you're just done with it? You're absolutely done with it. What are we putting in the grave, Wiki?
Tonight we gonna put them numbers in a grave. I'm so damn tired of numbers, they tweak them, they move them, they shape them, statistics. Oh, I know this, I know that. I show you a graph that's bigger than this graph, but if you really look underneath, they just fooling us with pictures. Like what is that? The physicians, the people who do the physics thing, they say, well, I got a theory. There's a paradox going on, because you can clap your hands. But they say if you have your hands every time, theoretically, or some theory, your hands would never touch. It'd be infinity. The infinity. But I can make my hands go clap. It's not infinity. It's just a theory, and those numbers are fake.
Numbers.
They make up numbers. They make up numbers for everything.
Wow. Listen again. I'm not getting in the way of that. You don't need someone like me explaining why what WikiWiva just shared is as important as it is. WikiWiva, from his perspective, having experienced the universe the way he does to produce what he produces, saying he's done with numbers. Numbers are now in the mass grave. WikiWiva, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Gooey. They need to get down. I mean, there's a lot of facts, but I'm going to leave room for some more explorers. I know a lot of things that probably need to go in the graveyard there.
Go ahead, say it.
All right, well, here's another one. History is written by the victors. And that's not always true. The victors don't always get all the history. And they say, oh, the spores go to the victors. Not so much. Don't you go too far with that. Read your history book. Read them if you know how to read. Because history is not written by always the victors there.
Can you think of an example?
Or just like we talking about, let's say World War II. They say the Germans were the baddest of the bad guys. Who got that body count? It's them Russian boys. They stack bodies upon bodies upon bodies upon bodies, and nobody ever talk about that.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Well, namaste, Wiki. I think you two facts. Very generous of you. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for really understanding what we're trying to get at tonight with a mass grave for facts. Now, Wiki, talk to me. What of course, every time you call, we ask you the same question at the end of the call, and I'm going to ask you again. But again, if you're not feeling up for it because of the passing of Ozzy, and you're sort of in a more introspective, reflective mood tonight, I don't want you to worry, but I got to ask, just in case, WikiWiva, might you have any music that you might want to share with us tonight?
I want to do a special one. I want to send off our boy Ozzy like on one of them Viking chariots into the ocean and set that baby on fire. It's a song that inspired me, and I just want to do it. I don't even want to name it. It's that good, and I just want it to be there. I want to make it a celebration of this guy's whole career.
All right, Wick. Well, listen, I paused the music on my end, and the stage is cleared for your performance whenever you're ready.
All right, everybody. Here we go. A one, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, no, no, boom. Down, no, 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 no. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. Down, now. Dun. Generals gathered in their masses. Doo-doo. Just like witches at white masses. Boom. Evil minds that plot destruction. Doo-doo. Sorcerers of death construction. Boom. In the field of body burning. Boom. And the war machine keeps turning. Boom. Death and hatred to mankind. Bono. Poison in that brainwash mind. Oh, yeah, Bono. Down, down, Bono. Bono, now. Bono, down, Bono. Down, down, politicians hide themselves away. They always start a war. They should go out to fight. They lead the world to the fall. No. And that's the first bus of Wall Pigs. We gonna miss you, Ozzy. We love you. Namaste. Walk it well, baby.
Namaste, Wiki Wiba. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
It's Michaela, and I'm ready to try again. I had a vision. That came through to me.
Okay, let's give it another shot. So we're exploring Masquerade for Facts. Talk to me.
So they tell me that I lose my insurance at the age of 26, and I think that's a lie. I think that's fake, Leslie. I think they're hiding that from me. I think they're hiding the truth from me.
No, that's definitely something that's out of your control. See, that's like the acne thing. We're like, the acne's happening, right? Because you don't have control of your body, and then you're losing your insurance because you don't have any you can't control the government. Yeah. Okay, so Michaela hung up. That was not a good one. Still not really getting it. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Masquerade for Facts tonight. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Duncan.
Duncan! It's Brother Duncan, guys. Namaste, Duncan. How you doing tonight, brother? Duncan did it with a communal vision as well. Namaste. I hit my head, so I'm trying to speak. Okay, so that makes a little more sense. So Duncan called in, cannot express himself, verbally, but maybe through like typing a little more coherent. So okay, so you hit your head tonight, Duncan.
Yes, boop, and my head.
Okay, so Duncan, what did we hit our head on? What were we getting up to tonight?
I was a street song, and shampoo, it's messy, it's she, and your shampoo, and a cast iron shelf, it's boop, and.
So you got hit in the head by a cast iron pan?
No, shelf, it's your books, and trinkets, Funko Pops. It's your shelf.
Oh, a shelf with the head, a Funko Pop, and the Funko Pop bopped you on the head, huh? Am I hearing that? Pepper and Genie, Duncan, enter Jar Jar mode.
Me to go to put a hit on head.
So, listen, I'm a little concerned, Duncan. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little concerned with the fact that you can't speak, because that tells me that your head injury is pretty significant. Now, Duncan, have you considered going to the emergency room tonight?
I said, no insurance, so at home doctor. It's Dr. Dre.
So you're just listening to Dr. Dre instead of going to a hospital to get like a CAT scan.
That's good. Yeah, sure.
Okay, Duncan, I don't know if that's going to be. That's not the kind of doctor Dr. Dre is, and I think you should probably consider getting in an Uber or even calling 911.
So facts is a good show.
Duncan Diddy says, I want to bury the news media. So really weird dynamic. Duncan did it, Duncan like writing a blog about news media, and then on the other hand kind of just like slurring words. And okay, so why do you want to destroy the news media, Duncan? Talk to me about that.
So Guru, it's so simple life, right? It's so just be and
communal vision from Duncan did it. Let's talk about how the news media slurs facts.
Yeah. So Guru,
go ahead. Yeah, let it rip.
Yeah. No, you what Dan Rather? It's Roger Cronkite. It's it's your Fox. It should CNN. It should tell you, and you want you to, and to spin cycle, spin. No more truths, no more truths.
Okay, no more. Okay, yeah, something like that. Duncan did it with another communal vision. Maybe this is a little more coherent. All facts in the news are spun and lies. Lies. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, so what does that make you want to do, Duncan? What does that make you want to do? How does that make you feel, and what's your plan?
It's just your best, it's just my own truth. It's a program worse. I shall do my shoot and just show so just show and just be and just it's a
all right, Duncan did it with a communal vision. Be nice, celebrate my own truth. Okay, well, I think that's weirdly enough in line with the program and a lot more coherent than the other shit that you're letting fall out of your mouth right now. Real quick, we've got another communal vision from Phil Z74. Good to see you, Phil Z. Namaste. I think it's all they have fake teeth. I think it's all they have fake teeth. Am I right?
Yeah. That's true.
I don't exactly know what that means. I'll tell you that. Appreciate it, though, Phil. Appreciate that a great deal, though. Communal vision coming in from Duncan Did It. The program is truth.
Yeah.
Namaste. You know how to butter me up. You know how to butter me up, Duncan. Namaste to you, brother. And then a one final communal vision for you. Duncan Did It.
Yeah.
Final communal vision.
Yeah.
We've got communal vision from Pimperknuckle. Duncan, do you have any insights on surf life?
Yeah. So go to Ventura Boulevard. It's in a surf shop named Charlie Church of Russia. And you go to the beach, right? It's in Champo and Chinchapo. All right?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for calling in. Namaste, Duncan. And you terminated yourself. I don't know.
What?
Not technically, it doesn't technically break TOS, but namaste either way. Namaste. Guys, it's that part. I got to piss already. It's that time. I got to go take a pee-pee. But guys, while I'm up, wipe the goop that is accumulated on your mind's eye, your third eye, so to speak, as we prepare for the second half of tonight's exploration, in which we are exploring a mass grave for facts. Namaste to you. And stick around for also a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Blessings and namaste, guys. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious, let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light
on patreon.com.
where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. Today we have a very special guest, Edgar. Edgar, why don't you go ahead and say a little something about yourself?
Hi, My name is Edgar. I used to be a meth addict, and now Yep. And now I'm high on life.
Edgar, be honest.
Okay, I'm high.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, explorers. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. That was a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Just for a couple dollars a month, you can access the real true blue materials waiting for you in the growing library of exclusive materials. Namaste and blessings to everyone. And how we doing? How we doing? We're halfway through. How we feeling? I see people are being very active in chat tonight, and that's very exciting for me. Very exciting for me. I appreciate all the energy that I see really flying through chat tonight. Namaste. Let's see. Cherish85, I'm doing great. Cherish85, I'm doing great. Cherish85, what you been up to lately, Cherish? Edgar's dead. Not a joke. Edgar died. And those in the community of devoted light know that. I had there's an in memoriam video of Edgar. Edgar's dead. OD'd. Anonymous user gifting us Anonymous, thank you so much for that. Anonymous user gifting a sub to the community. Blessings and namaste to you. I mean, the meth certainly didn't help. The meth helped some things. He had a very rough life. Rough life. You know, his dad used to beat the shit out of him, but then kiss him weird. And it was just every other day, and eventually, he sort of just kind of ran away at the age of 14, illiterate 14-year-old hitting the streets. And yeah, if you're an illiterate 14-year-old with a significant history of abuse and you're homeless, oh my Lord in heaven, you should do drugs. I have a drug program for teens. I run out of the Y. For teens in that position. If you are raw dogging that situation and you're a teenager, listen, teens, if you have a significant history of physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, you're homeless, illiterate, and you are just looking for an answer, at least leave drugs on the list. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. Maybe we can have a conversation in private about which drugs, how much drugs, but leave it on the list. All solutions on the table at that point, because you are fucked. You are fucked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to explore Mass Grave for Facts. Let's get back to it. Mass Grave for Facts. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Okay. Last time, Leslie.
All right, here we go, Michaela. Let's give this another try. Third time's a charm. Let's go for it. So we're exploring Mass Grave for Facts. And what's your attempt?
I want to put to bed the fact that I don't know what the theme means.
You missed it again.
No?
Well, here, can I explain to you how you missed it?
I don't think you need to, because I think it's true. I think I understand it now, because I've decided that I do.
I mean, that's kind of weirdly a W.
A W? Aren't you too old to be saying that?
You think that you think that they just invented a W? The phrase W?
You're frozen on the screen, Leslie.
Looking awesome. I'm looking very good.
You look like that one Radiohead album cover.
I know. Are we back? Is it back? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. So do you want me to explain to you how you missed it?
The post office should have a hangout area.
Quote,
I would kill political officials to achieve this end.
What?
I was going to have a bit where I was in denial the whole time and double down that I knew what the fact. But I literally, I feel, look, I'll be honest. Fran tried to explain it to me, and I still don't get it.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you, hon, because you have not even come close. Every time you go back and you act like, and you come back, not act, but I believe that you're attempting to actually get it, but then you've come back and demonstrated again that you're pulling on something that's. Do you want me to try again? Want to try one more time?
Oh my God.
Pepperoncini, not committing to the bit is the biggest sin you've ever committed against this show.
Well, Sheen, I think the biggest sin you ever committed was throwing a fit and leaving. Okay.
Well, what was the bit that you're not committing to?
The fact that I didn't keep saying like, oh, I know what's going on, and that's a fact that I'm, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna keep and then you dropped it.
I did because I'm not good at holding bits like that.
Why not?
Because I'm a very earnest person, Leslie. And I giggle under pressure.
Okay.
What's the theme?
Huh?
What is it? What is the theme? What is it?
Okay.
I don't know.
So, okay, I'm gonna go back to the announcement, and I'm gonna.
But repeating the announcement isn't going to explain
No,
it.
I'm not going to repeat it. I'm going to try to translate it.
Okay.
Okay, so the internet has largely turned into a wasteland of experts. Okay, so you know what it's like to be a real quick communal vision. Framweyard, what are facts but illusions conjured from our deepest insecurities? What use have we for illusion and glamour? Such things are needed only in the static, scarce world that capitalism has wrought. Nothing in the economics of law and order provide us a way to see the truth. The nature of commerce is itself an illusion, created by the mindless to rob us of our minds. Shed the weight of knowledge, donate your wealth to the program and enter the factless infinity of the next level.
So it's like word salad?
So that didn't make any sense to you either.
No, because it's just a bunch of words that like don't.
Lots of sentences are a lot of words. Yeah, you can't avoid that. You can't avoid that.
That makes me sound stupid. Oh my gosh.
No, but here. Let's okay. I'm gonna translate. Because Fram really did a good job just now. Father Meatloaf 420, welcome to the program. Namaste. Okay. You know when you're on the internet and it feels like everyone's acting like an expert, like they know everything?
Yeah.
And are you familiar with the feeling that when when all these kind of cosplay experts make you feel kind of like dumb or insecure or small?
Sort of like right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. This sure. Yeah, let's use this for a moment.
Everyone here is an expert on what the theme is.
Oh wow. I never thought about what this theme might look like to somebody who just is just not fucking getting it at all.
This makes me think of when I was a child and I would try to do math minutes with my mom and I would cry at the day.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking about math earlier when you were struggling. I was like, this is like when somebody doesn't get you have to multiply before you add, and then they just start tarting out and stabbing themselves with a pencil. Okay, so I'm gonna take another stab at this, okay?
Okay.
Bludgeoning and coercing those. Okay, so have you ever felt like somebody ever tried to coerce you with their quote factual knowledge of something to make you feel stupid?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Okay, so far so good. And have you ever noticed that in those times, every once in a while, the fact that they're beating you over the head with isn't even a fucking fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can remember a very specific instance.
Okay. And so too often we are cast out of polite or enlightened social circles, right? That could be religious. That could be political liberalism. That could be any, there's so many frameworks that people can just kind of eject you from because you don't accept these quote unquote facts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we're doing tonight is we're saying fuck facts in order to reclaim the power that's coursing through our veins. So no longer are we allowing these people, these small-minded, quote-unquote experts, to make us feel stupid. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, now, in that spirit, let's try one more time. Okay? We're doing a mass grave for facts. Now, this fact is not a fact that you just don't like. This is a fact that everyone acts like is a fact, and you're fucking done with it.
Okay.
Like a social norm or something that they try to shove down your throat as a fact. Okay, let's try it again.
Okay. The Godfather is not a good movie.
Okay, so you're saying you're killing the fact that The Godfather is a good movie.
Yes, I don't get it. Everyone seems to love it. Everyone's like, you should watch The Godfather. And then I saw it, and it was boring, and I don't remember any of it.
Funnily enough, your fact is something that just everybody, that isn't really, nobody would really contest that, and you're just not getting it. I love this. I love your mind. Now, but you're right. You picked a good one. Because there's people on your side. Chicken Tinga says it's stupid and boring. Not me. I'm on her side. Poor says, I don't care about The Godfather. So listen, I think you got it. I think we got there.
Okay. Okay.
And so how does it feel to publicly just execute and put the body of this fact in a mass grave in the town square? The fact as big as Godfather being a good movie. You killed it. How does it feel? How do you feel right now?
I feel a little less exposed.
Less exposed. Like you feel like you finally got it and less vulnerable.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini of the Camille Vision. Frankly, I'd be more interested in the Godmother because frankly, women make the world work.
I don't think they do.
Wow. See? You see how much momentum you have right now?
Mm-hmm.
You can
I
feel
can
it,
just
can't
start disagreeing with everything. Yeah.
you say just agree with everything?
I should just start disagreeing with everything.
I mean, that's not. Listen, Michaela, I can't tell you how important this moment is right now in your journey in the program.
Right.
This is good. Start disagreeing with everything and talk to me about because you're gonna come. It's gonna be fun, and you're gonna come up against a moment where it doesn't feel good, and let's talk about that. Okay, Mother Nipplebottom, Communal Vision. Cracking your knuckles does not give you arthritis. We used to believe that.
That's actually not true.
What's not true?
Whichever one's more convenient to understand.
Listen,
Leslie,
I love this. Listen, you have been, Michaela, you have set something free inside of yourself that we are going to look back to tonight and refer to tonight as one of the most important nights of your life.
One more fact before I go.
Go.
Leslie, The Matrix is not very good.
All right, so somebody time out Yep, I Shoot You Like Cats, please. Can we time her out? Can we please time her out? I'm looking to see if somebody time her out. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. I'll be right with you just one moment. I'm waiting for my moderators to do what I tell them to do.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'll be right with you. Listen, can one moderator time her out? Time her out right now. Somebody time her out.
Time her ass out.
Time her out. Don't grind the show to a halt because you won't take an order. All right. Good. All right. All right. So, caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
You know, this is BVS 420.
BVS 420. It's great to hear from you, brother. How you doing? Is this your first time calling?
You know, I called before. I used my real name, which is Travis.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
this is actually my second call.
So, BVS 420. Thank you so much. What you want to be called, Travis or BVS?
Travis is fine.
Well, Pepperoncini said, "Do you know who would have taken that action on your behalf?"
I would have. Goddamn. In a second.
BVS 420 would have. Cheen probably would have, but Cheen fucked it up. I don't know if he's referring to himself. Fram, we are damn the mods in here are trash. LMAO. Shout out Michaela. Yeah, Fram, I'm not in the mood for that right now.
Get her out of here.
BVS, okay, yeah. We're okay. So BVS, do you want to be called BVS or Travis?
Travis is cool. That works.
All right. So listen, let's get to it. We're talking about mass grave for facts. Chat with me. You've heard the spiel, right? Talk to me about mass grave for facts. What facts are we putting in the ground tonight?
You know what one bugs me and has always bugged me? It's, shaving makes your hair grow back thicker and darker. That's just not been the case for me. You know, I shave my shit and it comes back thinner and stinkier every time. And I don't know what I don't know what to do.
Thinner and stinkier.
Yeah, there's a bit of a sense down there. I don't know what's going on. You know,
down
I
there,
shave my
meaning
face,
your penis
everything's
or your
cool.
balls?
Yeah, the whole thing. There.
Your whole like, do you have something other than penis and balls? Like in addition? Got an
No,
annex?
it's just like a whole. Yeah, just the whole situation, I guess. But
So the gooch, we're talking about the gooch. Okay, we're talking about everything down there. You
we
shave
try
the
to clean
taint.
it up once in a while. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. That's great. Does that feel fresh when you do it?
Yeah, it's like a clean start every couple weeks there, you know?
Yeah. All right, right on. Well, listen, but it smells worse and worse down there.
Yeah, I feel like with each subsequent shave, it's just it comes in lighter. It comes in, you know, a little wetter, maybe.
So you've got a bunch of blonde, wet hair that smells like poop.
That's it. Yeah, 100%. And you know, it's not something that I'm trying to come to you necessarily for advice on. I know
No. I wouldn't help
medical
you with that
doctor.
either.
I'm not trying. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. You know, it's just a fact that's always bugged me because of what's going on there, I guess.
Yeah.
So you know, I just wanted to call and kind of debunk that one.
So okay? So this is a good one. So this is a nice like nice lighter one in my opinion. The idea that, you know, they tell this to boys at a very early age. They, you know, the boys are like, oh, I want to grow a beard, I want to grow a mustache. It's like, keep shaving, it'll grow in thicker. Or they tell women, don't shave because it will grow in thicker. That's conventional advice to give women. You're saying F all that. You're saying it makes it thinner, wetter, and it smells. How is it, like poop, or is it like some other bad smell?
You know, like old ejaculate smell. Like, you know, if you have like a t-shirt or a sock you've been busting into, it kind of
just like really, like that. Like it's like concentrated organic. Really,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like just a really old organic stench. But you know, we don't have to like really harp on that. I just really wanted to debunk the whole thought that shaving makes it thicker and darker, because that has not been my experience. You know, I've talked to friends about this, and they're kind of in the lighter, stinky camp too.
Me, you're fine.
My friends, so that's just been my experience. It's a bullshit fact.
Yeah, listen, I love that, and let's just leave it right there, because I think that is a bullshit fact, and you're free from it. You're here, you're excited, you're enthusiastic. Put a bullet in its head, put the body in the grave, cover it in lie. Let's move on.
Brother, I couldn't agree more.
Namaste. BVS 420. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate your contribution tonight.
All right, cheers, man. Thanks.
Namaste. Pimperknuckle, blessings and namaste, 100 bits. Very generous of you, brother. Can't wait to get, we're going to be affirming some men in just a moment. Quick affirmation for fellas. It's not bad to smell like deodorant. And there's no rules about where you can or can't put deodorant. I got to affirm men real quick, one moment. And so if you're getting ready for a big interview, big date, big public speaking thing or something, go ahead and just cover your whole shit with Right Guard. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up, Mike, and call you tonight?
Well, hello there, Leslie Tanner. How are you doing this evening? This is Reverend It All Costs Money.
Reverend It All Costs Money, namaste to you, brother. Good to hear from you. Real quick, we've got a communal vision from Yep, I Sure Do Like Cats. Okay, so what you mean is we are just saying our unpopular opinions. That isn't a fact, Leslie. Those are just misconceptions or opinions. So we've awoken something in Michaela, and normally that kind of open challenge I would meet in a more aggressive manner, but I'm gonna let that go because the dragon's finally waking up. Mother Nipplebottom, your nails and hair don't grow after death. It looks like it, but it's just your skin retracting from dehydration. Hydration is also a myth. Namaste, Mother Nipplebottom. Very brave, Mother Nipplebottom, coming in very hot with some steaming takes. Some steaming facts, still warm to the touch, ready to put in the mass grave. Namaste to Mother Nipplebottom for that. Thank you so much. Now let's go. Reverend, it all costs money. Well, you know what we're doing tonight. Go ahead, give it to me. Mass grave for facts.
So I am all about this, and because it's not just. No, it is. It is a mass grave for facts. This is fantastic. Let's put all the facts to rest. I've heard several people try to get you to pigeonhole into or define what is a fact really, right? And you got chat spouting off on about it. And many moons ago, I once heard someone define a fact, and that someone was me, as anything that is to be believed or anything that is believed between two or more people. And that's it. And let's put that shit to rest. I am absolutely all for this. Marilyn Manson had one of his ribs removed so he could suck his own dick. Let's put these facts to rest because they are untrue and they are useless.
Interesting.
Outside of entertainment purposes.
So you're saying you're going far and wide and saying that facts are for entertainment.
Facts are for entertainment. Yep,
and you're saying so you're bravely saying, listen, I'm not playing this objectivity game anymore. I am not pro science. I am here to say that factual reality is merely for entertainment.
Correct, except for truthful facts, right? But then you just call them truths. You don't really call them facts. A fact is, again, anything that two or more people believe. You can believe it's a fact that Garfield is the greatest comic ever written if two people say, hey, I think this, and the other person says, yeah, I like money. Some money must be good because
so you're saying keep the facts, though, but keep them as entertainment.
Right. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, but nobody's doing that. That's the problem. That's why the facts are a problem to begin with. It's because they're used as, they appeal to sort of like, facts equals truth to, a large majority of people, and then and they're out here beating the fuck out of us with that.
Right. I mean, so that's the thing, though. Like, you don't want to stoop necessarily to their level because then they're just gonna, just their experience with using those facts and what they think are facts as truths over and over and over again. Yeah, there's like a whole lot of misguided conflation. There
Holy
we go.
Moly, we've got a guided meditation. Do a guided meditation about how The Matrix isn't a very good movie. Says, yep, I sure do like cats.
That sounds entertaining.
The young man fell from a 10-story apartment after huffing crack out of a life. His life had been long and difficult. Excruciating by any standard that he could find. His fall was in slow motion, but from the outside very quickly. He slammed his head on the sidewalk, expecting to die, but awoke with as severe a brain damage as can be delivered to a human being. Fumbling with the applesauce, IV in his arm, his mother and father looking, crying, shouting. He opened his mouth and said, "The maintenance isn't going!" How about that? How about that, yep, I shooter like cats? How about that? Time her out again. Please time her out again. Somebody do their job and time her out again. Mother Nipplebottom, namaste. Communal vision, and then a you-know-what coming down the tracks. Mother Nipplebottom, swallow all the gum you want. You just poop it out. Also, fuck broken mirrors. I break all the mirrors. Any response to that? Yep, it all costs money?
I break all the mirrors sounds like a great emo like track or like record.
Well, namaste. Well, it all costs money. You've contributed much tonight. You know, of course, that bright mind of yours gave us a wide perspective as well as give us a fact though before you go. What's a fact that you're fucking done with?
That all humans are created equal.
There we go. Beautiful. Now
Huge
that's
fact.
a good one. That's a good one. Brother, it all costs money. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Blessings and namaste. Here we are. Mother Nipplebottom setting off our second Jazz Express of the night. Beautiful moment we're having together. A little bit of sensuality peppered into our fact-free evening. Namaste to all the callers tonight, but we still got plenty of time for calls. 708-240-8953. Namaste, everybody. Blessings and namaste. QUP, namaste, QP. Blessings and welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. You got us right in the middle of a Jazz Express. Wow, it's so good to be with you. Somebody brought up earlier to me, it was on a different platform. It was on Twitter.com. Somebody brought up, bringing up to me that the saxophone is such a sensual instrument. Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard this? Have you heard this business about the saxophone being a sensual instrument? Now, let's get one thing right. I agree with this, but I need to clear something up. I may agree that the saxophone is a sensual instrument, but largely, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. When people say that, what they mean is that sensuality is good. Lord knows I'm preaching to the choir, but brothers and sisters, there's nothing good about sensuality. And there's nothing good about the saxophone. Nor should there be, ladies and gentlemen. If you still experience sensuality and the saxophone as positive things, as pleasurable things, I can hardly begin to describe the power waiting to be expressed inside of you. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. So Pants O'Clock, and so Pants O'Clock coming in with that the sax is the literal worst, and that's interesting because that opinion, Pants O'Clock, is coming from a trained place. It's coming from a place so somebody spent thousands and thousands of dollars on a composition degree, musical composition. So when she chimes in, Pants O'Clock, on saxophone being the worst, it's coming from somebody who sacrificed a lot and did not get anywhere near the amount back in their life. So they've earned that opinion. I appreciate you chiming in, Pants O'Clock. Namaste. Good to see you. Seven 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. How we doing? Mother Neville, I'm good to see you. Thanks for chiming in, coming in a little bit late, but making your presence be felt. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
You can call me Sleepo. You know who I am, buddy.
Sleepo, namaste to you. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How you been?
I'm about to do a guided meditation one more time, an open guided meditation. Please hold just for one moment. I'll be right back with you.
Sure.
The bristles of your toothbrush look a little more used than before putting it in your mouth. After applying a dab of toothpaste, you inspect the bristles even further. Popcorn kernels. You can't even remember the last time you ate. You start looking through the rest of your bed. There's poop already on the toilet paper. You can't remember the last time you pre-pooped. Finally, you inspect the shower. There's cum all over the walls. You can't remember the last time you pre-cummed your shower. All right, so let's go ahead and get the caller back on. Namaste so much to Chester Copperpot. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for ordering that guided meditation. I really hope that took you where you needed to be tonight. Namaste. All right, caller, Sleepo, namaste to you. Welcome back to Explorations. Let's take you right to task. Mass grave for facts. Talk to me. What fact are we putting a bullet in the head of tonight?
Doctor's words.
Doctor's words. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be dead, but I'm still kicking.
Talk to me about that. What is that? Oh my goodness gracious! Communal vision from Not Me. Is this the guy that said flower instead of vagina earlier and pretended he didn't understand why I was asking him to clarify?
Oh, I didn't call them vaginas.
You didn't call what? What was that?
Flowers, vaginas. No, I was talking about the golden circle.
The golden circle. What's the golden circle?
It's the ratio, bro.
The ratio. That swirling thing.
Yeah.
That swirling thing, and is this the guy? It's a flower and vagina. The phrase was.
I don't know why you said vaginas. I was just talking about, the golden ratio.
Opening the golden ratio.
When I'm talking about the flower, when he's like pulpating my flower, you know what I mean?
What was that?
He's resignating that whole situation for me.
Ugh. I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, man.
But
let's just skip over the flower stuff then. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. So you should be dead.
Yeah, I should be dead.
And why?
Well, because I'm going through failure of organs, remember?
Oh, that's right. How much time we got?
How much time we got? What do you mean?
Well, how much time are you supposed to have?
Oh, I'm already in negative hours or days. I should have died a couple years ago.
And you're saying you're done with doctors, is what I'm hearing. You're not going to another doctor, you're not listening to another fucking doctor.
No, I'm going to them, but I know they're just blowing smoke up my ass.
They're milking you like a cow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being used and abused.
Namaste.
Namaste, buddy.
Listen. Somebody needed to tee off on those motherfuckers, and I appreciate you calling in and do so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, any quick little bit of advice for anyone that's looking. Here we go. We got another communal vision. If you wanted to open her vagina for you, you could have just asked. Imagine if she said yes, you'd be a legend, mate. Instead, it went away.
Oh, well, you already know, man. I don't gotta chase tail.
What was that?
I don't chase tail, bro.
You don't chase tail. You're dying.
Yeah, that's not even on my agenda.
And you don't even like. Do you like pussy?
Well, everyone does.
That's true. To finish that, instead you use metaphor like a poetic coward. You're being called a poetic coward.
Okay. I don't understand how facing dying is cowardice, but sure.
That's interesting. I mean, in some sense, we're all afraid to die a little bit, right?
Not me, dude. I'm already there. Shit's borrowed time.
Interesting. Mother Nipplebottom, wait, do buttholes follow the Fibonacci sequence?
Have you looked at them?
I have, yeah.
Then you know they do.
I mean, I just see, it's more of just like a little starfish, right? Just like a little pucker.
Okay, well, have you seen what happens to starfish? When you cut off the little pieces, they regrow. And then if you keep doing that, what happens? It's the golden ratio.
Yeah, that's something. That interesting. Listen, I love that. Listen, well, I don't understand quite I haven't watched maybe enough Prolapse Buttholes. Communal Vision from Pepper and Cheney. Did you almost die because you got kicked in the head by a horse?
Oh, no, that's a different story, dude.
Well, let's save that. Well, listen, you've contributed something great to our mass grave tonight, and I want to thank you for that, Sleepo.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll continue. You know, good luck with your descent into your final resting place.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Sleepo, dying. Oh. Sleepo. Yeah, it has been. I forgot about when he called. I forgot until he reminded me. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? Jenny, how we doing tonight, hon?
I was scared I wasn't gonna speak to you.
You were scared that you were not going to speak to me?
Yeah, I was scared I wasn't gonna be by anybody.
Are you next to an ice machine right now?
No, that's my teeth.
That's your teeth?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's not make a big deal of it, Leslie.
Jenny, we're putting facts in a mass grave tonight, Jenny. Let's get through it. What?
I went to mass grave, so I feel like tonight's my night. Mass grave.
Me too, girl. You go ahead. Say it. Say your thing.
Honey, let me do this. So what I'd really like is it's almost like it's a plow. It's a plow. And you just shovel them in Look at them. Dumb. They still keep saying stupid things. It makes no sense to me, Les. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's not my problem. Talk to your mama about it. Oh, she's dead. It's not my problem. Oh, your father's dead too? Not my problem. So what I need you to do is just like, I need you to tuck your legs up into your arms. I need you to roll over, okay? So I don't want to spend more money on gas. Leslie?
Oh yeah, I'm on board for the ride, Jenny.
Oh, I thought I lost you. I thought I was afraid. I thought I was scared.
You thought you were scared, and you're not, are you?
No. Yes, I'm a little bit scared.
Beautiful. Now, Jenny,
yeah, hey. Oh, Leslie, oh my God, hi.
What's up?
I missed you, brother.
Yeah, it's been a couple days.
Yeah, it was like a couple minutes.
And so, Jenny, listen, I didn't actually get any facts out of what you said. Can you give me a little like spark note of what you said?
Like a dummies thing, like one of those dummy books. Home at Home. No, I don't feel like it. Hey, Les.
Yeah.
I think I got a little bit affected by, well, of course, all the trauma I went through, like in my childhood. But I think that Ozzy Osbourne's dead. He's just dead. He's you. Dead.
Craigulators gifting a sub to many people through 5 community subs. Holy freaking moly, namaste to Craigulators. Craigulators, namaste.
He's like, Craig.
Namaste, Craig. That's very generous of you, brother.
Do you want to write a song together?
No.
Don't play your disgusting porn.
No,
Okay.
I mean, no, I'm not going to write a song with you. I don't want to do that
So
at
what
all.
do we do?
Pepperoncini with a communal vision.
Oh, shit.
Pepperoncini, I decry the experts, but I really do think we need to investigate why so many people with head injuries from horses call into this show.
What? I'm afraid to ride on horses, and he literally knows that. So that doesn't even make any sense. Les?
Yep.
I feel afraid of you, Lynn.
You what? What'd you say?
I feel afraid.
Why are you afraid?
Because I'm annoying.
Because what?
And I run. I run so far away.
You're running a 5K?
I'm afraid to run!
You're running a 5K right now? Is that why there's so much white noise?
Bro, that's the one fan I have.
Pepperoncini, just because you don't like riding them doesn't mean you don't try to suck them off.
Okay, good point. You know what? Get off my butt.
You know, you came in hot and then you got manhandled earlier. Do you remember that?
Okay.
AI will never replace Jen, says Mother Nibblebottom.
Thinking about the nipple bottom. By the way,
I mean, that's
talked
100% true.
I didn't want to talk about it. I talked to Maya. It's no big deal.
Who's Maya?
What are you doing? Are you punching on keys?
No, I was just drinking
love
water
that.
out of a water bottle.
Love that for you.
Yeah, Listen, you're in your power tonight, Jen.
Don't leave me here.
I'm not. We're gonna hang up in maybe a minute.
Wait.
Wait for
Hold
what?
on, let me just calm down.
Wait
Let me
for.
calm
I'm
down.
calm. This is just how the show goes.
I said let me calm down.
Okay, well, you've got about
All right, hold
45
on.
seconds.
Do you want to say a prayer?
No.
I
not at
got
all.
what?
You can say a prayer if you want. You got about 35 seconds.
All right. Someone else came in and they tried to tell me that I did everything wrong and that I didn't want to be with them forever, and that they told me that I was saying bad things about their newborn baby that was born like 5 years ago. I was like, that's false. Mama. That didn't even make any sense, Liz.
About 10 seconds left.
I don't even care what you say. Why are you being mean to me?
Well, thanks so much for calling in, Jen. Namaste to you. Appreciate everything that you stand for and contribute.
I'm not saying namaste.
Nigel Pennyweather with a communal vision. Thanks so much, Nigel. Nigel, coming in. Caller, you sound like you need some pickled red beet eggs and shoe fly pie. Yeah, I guess. Something. Sweet Jen, though. Love Jen. Powerful, powerful explorer. Definitely in her power tonight. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Well, look at you sitting there.
Jenny, welcome back to the program. What's a fact that you want to put in our mass grave tonight?
I am somebody that owns yachts, and I send $3,000 to the program.
Right, yeah, you did. You spent a bunch of money, but
$3,000 because I ride on big yachts.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yep.
What'd you get up to tonight?
Not calling the hospital. I don't understand what your problem is. I feel like I'm really contributing a lot. Hold on, I just flipped my hair.
Yeah, no, well, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem at all with
okay. I think this is really chill.
Putting mass grave for facts tonight on Explorations. Jenny, go ahead. What's a fact you're done with?
What's what?
What's a fact you're done with?
What? Oh, yeah, I don't like people that don't take care of their own business at all. Les?
Yeah?
It's me, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
Hey.
Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Thanks so much, Cheen. You spend more at the ER on a single weekend. Don't brag.
I don't get that.
You don't
Can
get
you
it?
repeat it? No, can you repeat it?
You spend more at the ER on a single weekend. Don't brag.
Right. Okay. I don't.
Because you go to the emergency room a lot. Because you have physical and mental problems.
What an ER is, Les.
You have physical and mental problems.
Okay. I don't get that, so.
I mean, it's not complicated.
What's next? You're complicated.
It's not
You know what
complicated.
you remind me of? You remind me of a Madonna video.
A what video?
Madonna. Like a virgin. When she's out on the beach and she's dancing around.
Flipstorm's here with a communal vision. Caller, how many drunk texts have you sent tonight?
To be fair, I got a lot of drunk calls. Oh my God, there's 18 boys that want to be with me. Why? And I told them every time, Leslie, I said, I'm a terrible person. Please leave me alone. I don't know how it gets closer for my words to make sense. Is there another question?
No, not yet.
Okay, get one. Leslie, I swear, it was such a problem. And he's like, hey, guess what? Remember about ruining your life? And I'm like, yeah, Jimmy. And then I just sang to him Jimmy Mac the whole time while he tells me how I ruined my life.
Communal vision from Pepperoncini.
Yep.
Did you put an escort ad in the paper?
Okay. So Peps knows that I work on a certain platform, and we don't use the paper anymore. And Peps knows that. Peps knows that. He knows about that little bitch. So, next question. Thank you, Peps. He's not coming around.
Well, the next question for you, how was the comedy show?
Everybody knows it sucks butt.
Yeah, but did you actually get to see comedy?
I don't think it was very funny. Do you want to see a video of it? I'll put it to the Discord.
Yeah.
Apparently, I watch cross-dressers do that, and then they bully me. So, that's my life.
Pepper and Cheney taking it over to the casual encounters section of Craigslist?
Perfecto. You know what, Pepper? Peps, I thought you were a funny, not worth a piece of crap. And I'd like to say that was funny.
So you thought he wasn't worth you thought he wasn't worth his weight in dog shit?
Do you want to hear about it?
What funeral for? We're doing a mass grave for facts. Go ahead and what's a fact we're putting to bed tonight?
I swear, if Pepper doesn't come in here, or like Craig, and like cross these doors off, if Sebastian comes in here one more time, I'm going to. There's police activity. I'm sorry. What was the question, Les?
What fact are we putting to bed tonight?
Nothing. Hey, baby, this is true as ice. Does that mean anything? I don't even know.
How about this one? How about this one? Mental health matters.
No, that's false. That's a lie.
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew that was going to be a home run. Why is that not true?
Hold on. Les, what am I going to do? I want to go to the hospital.
Why? What's at the hospital?
Hello, hi, my name's Jenny.
What's at the hospital, Jen?
A bed.
Do you have a bed at home?
Yes.
Communal Vision from Phil Z74. Do you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, caller?
I do like pina coladas and caught in the rain. You know what, Phil?
Also, you normally hate the hospital from Flying Vita.
It's true. Flying Vita, yes, I okay. I'm gonna concentrate. Flying Vita knows me. What's the next question, Les? Les, don't
go
leave
ahead.
me
This
out
will be
here.
the end. Ready?
Don't
This will
leave
be
me
it.
out here. Don't leave me out here, Les.
This is going to be the last one. Ready?
Hey, Bub.
What?
Okay. I love you.
Love you too, Jenny.
What's the next question? I love you.
Why is mental health matters? Why are we putting that to bed?
Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Look at that. Right
and
there.
It doesn't matter.
Look at that. Beautiful. Well, Jenny, listen. This has been a really terrific call.
Can you say my name 2 more times?
Jenny.
1 more time.
Jenny.
I'll remember you.
I'm going to remember you too. Namaste, Jenny. I really appreciate your contributions, both energy and spiritually tonight. You always leave a mark on here. You always leave a mark on this program. Mother Hippopotam, there are no alpha or beta male wolves in the wild.
I think there are, though.
I mean, I don't know if that's actually true, Mother Hippopotam.
I totally think that's untrue.
All right, well, listen, really fun catching up with you, Jenny. Namaste.
I do like her a lot.
Namaste. Really fun catching up. Thank you so much.
It was really nice. I feel like this is really going in the right direction.
You bet, yeah. I think it did too.
Guess what?
What?
Say it.
Namaste.
No.
Yeah,
I love you,
namaste.
Bob.
Namaste.
Nope. Say I love you, Bob.
Nope. Pepper and Genie with 200 bits and a communal vision. Jenny, thanks for all the laughs over the last 50 years. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Leslie, it's Flying Veda.
Flying Veda. It's been too goddamn long. How you doing?
Oh my God. I am good, but I feel like we're all now dumber from having heard that. How are you, Leslie?
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, that was, listen, when Jen's in her power like that, all you got to do, it's like, you just got to pick your feet up and ride the current. There's not a whole lot else you can do. And she would agree if she understands what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, she was actually kind of lovable just now, but it was kind of like unbearable at the same time.
Yeah. She, there she is. There she goes. She gets it. She gets what we're saying. Yeah. It was challenging, but authentic. She's a challenging woman, which is part of her immense value to our community.
I mean, you do never know what she's going to say next. I mean, that's one thing.
Yeah, 100%. Now, listen, let's talk about you. Real quick, communal vision, though. We got a communal vision from Phil Z. Just says, like nipple clamps. I think comparing Jenny to nipple clamps maybe is what he's getting at. And I appreciate that. Phil.
I just learned something about Phil just now then. Well, guess what? You're never going to believe this.
What? Talk to me.
I have 2 tubs.
You have 2 guys. Can we see some namaste in the chat right now? Flying Veda has acquired 2 tubs and therefore the 2-tub lifestyle. Namaste. Congratulations to Flying Veda. Vita, take us into it. How'd you acquire the 2 tubs and what has the journey been like?
My professional life is amazing, but my personal life is a shit fire as usual, but I feel a little bit better about myself after hearing those last few calls.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot more coherent, a lot more hope in your life, things going a lot better than those guys. Now, so
it depends on which part of my life you're talking about.
Well, let's talk about it. Professional. Let's go through the professional part first. Professional part is good, and give us a little synopsis of why that's going good.
So the number 1 guy on my team got a promotion, so now I'm the supreme, and I'm no longer the number 2. So I'm no longer the number 2.
So you got bumped up too.
Yes.
Do you get a little more money then?
Not until next year. You know how these companies do it, and
Yeah.
actually that brings me to the mass grave for facts subject 2. That subject.
Let's go. Do it. Drop us in.
Okay. Taxes. I am done with them because why do I have to guess how much money I owe the government? And if I guess wrong, I'm in trouble and I could go to jail. I don't like it.
And now you're funding what? With your taxes.
Taxes are bullshit. I mean, they just make up things as they go along. I mean, when I lived in Florida, there was no state tax. So how can they do that there, but not other places? Like, let's just do away with all taxes. I'm done with it.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear that 100%. I'm never going to pay taxes again for the rest of my life.
I mean, you're smarter than me. Like, can't you legally go to court and say, I ain't paying for shit and get away with it? Because I think you can.
I don't think you can do that. I think people. In fact, I think famously, you look like an idiot when you do try to do that. Isn't that true? You go in there and you say, I'm sovereign, and they're like, LOL. No, you're not. Right?
I think you're better off hiding. Or if you change your last name so many times that they're completely confused at the DMV like me, you could do that.
Changing the name. Now, that's interesting. Honestly, if you're not making that much money too, I mean, I work with a lot of poor people. I work with them I've got this whole tax program, which is like how making it. It's like essentially tax fraud. I teach them how to do tax fraud, and if you don't make very much money to begin with, the odds of you getting caught are so low.
It's kind of like telling on yourself. If you never file taxes, it's almost like they don't know if you exist. But then when you file and you do something wrong, that's when they catch you. So it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. I love that. And that's the fact that we're putting in the mass grave and sprinkling a lie on it is this idea that you got to pay taxes. You simply you don't. You are really inspiring a lot of stuff in the chat right now. We've got Philzy74 with a communal vision though. Before I read the chat, Philzy74, a penny saved is a penny earned. Kid my ass. Kid my ass. Do you think you meant kiss?
What if? I think so. I mean, like, what if you told your job that you had a bunch of kids that you didn't have? Or what if you told the government that you had a bunch of kids that you didn't have so you can get deductions? I mean, how far could you take it before you get busted? I mean, let's just throw all the rules out the window.
I don't know. Does anybody have any experience in this? People are saying, some people say, oh, you can never do it. But there's people that are just like, I've been doing it forever. You're fine unless you make a shitload of money. Until they audit your ass. Kidding as in playing. Why taxes at all when they just print whatever? My grandfather would not pay taxes and would save money. I'm not even made enough money to pay taxes. Potholes are good. What are taxes? I'm a tax CPA, but I work in the corporate world. Oh, okay. So Grandpa Licker said they're going to fuck you, but Grandpa Licker just said I'm a tax CPA working in the corporate world. So there's a little more money flowing around. Grandpa Licker. So that's, yeah. I think it probably looks a little more grim. What do you think? It probably looks a little more grim from a little closer to inside the machine, right?
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's like the more, but then there's this other tier above that. So if you're super rich and you make a lot of money, you can take all of these tax deductions that basically cancel themselves out. But if you're middle class, you're more likely to get busted. And why is that? So it's like if I don't make enough money at all, like I'm not going to get in trouble. If I make too much money, I'm not going to get in trouble. But if I'm just middle class, I'm more likely to get in trouble if I don't claim things right.
There's something silly about that.
Like you can't be in the middle. Is that motivation right there? Like you either have to underachieve or overachieve, but if you're right in the middle, you get penalized. Is that like a bigger message?
Well, I mean, that's even, and if you're, because working with people that are, I mean, essentially, yeah, because working with people that should ideally be on disability, but then trying to get them on disability is fucking crazy. Because you can't work more than 20 hours a week. You can't have more than like $1,400 in your account at any moment in time. It has to be like that for an extended period of time. So you have to it's a very difficult thread to needle. And these are people that genuinely need it. So it's like a weird situation. Mother Nibblebottom, if it's any consolation, the auditors got fired, so you should be good for a couple years.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're understaffed now. So, I mean, it just sounds like motivation is what we need to bury. Why be motivated?
Wow. Flying Vita, hitting it out of the park. Seventh Dragon Ball says, I prefer just being a male juggalo. All cash, no taxes, plus them biggie housewives. Give me a bunch of shit. Take that, IRS. So Seventh Dragon Ball is eating pussy and dicking down, these moneyed women, it sounds like, in exchange for cash. Interesting
Deuce
stuff.
Bigelow.
Deuce
Bigelow style.
So one thing you said earlier too was what's this business? Your personal life being a quote shit fire. What's that about?
Oh my God, Leslie. Do you want me to like tell a story or tell the truth? Because I know you had this disclaimer on your stream for a while that said this is not therapy and we weren't supposed to actually tell the truth.
Listen,
So,
listen, I'm gonna have a rare moment of just speaking very directly. This is not therapy, and because some people come to expect that. But one thing that needs to be made clear: if you do call and you say things that are serious about your life, it will be used for a joke. It will be used, and if you that's the point of that. So if somebody does come and be like, "Oh wow, he's such a good listener," but now he's telling me that it's good that my mom fucking like dated a guy that made me sleep outside or something like that, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, so my personal life being shit fire.
Before you get into that, Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Remember in Billy Madison, Adam Sandler film, they're taking away the grandma's home and Happy has to start playing golf to buy the house. The downside is that his hockey player mentality doesn't really go on the PGA Tour. Happy's bad boy image attracts a loyal following, but also attracts the attention of Shooter McGavin, the favorite to win the PGA Tour, who is worried that Happy's rise to stardom will undermine his shot to win.
Okay. I mean, that's just a synopsis of Happy Gilmore, right? I mean,
Yep. That is
Billy Madison.
100%.
I always confuse those two movies. Does anybody else confuse those two? And I always confuse what are the two Chris Farley movies that are very similar? I think it's Black Sheep and what's that other one?
Tommy Boy.
Yes. Like I confuse those movies with each other. Am I the only person who does that?
Yeah, I mean, I just watched them so much on cable back in the day that it was just like they all kind of just blended in. It was just him being a fat guy. Which one was fat guy in a little coat?
I want to say Black Sheep because his brother was running for office or something, and that's where it said total ass at the gas station.
Hypocryptomatic just is sending some Leslie Heart ones. Namaste to you. Hypocryptomatic blessings and namaste to you. Well, listen, Flying Vita, how about this? Next, I'm going to do a theme. Are you going to be around Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, well, listen. Let's do a theme. The theme is just going to be personal oversharing, okay? And let's get into all your personal life on Thursday. Does it sound all right?
Yeah, buckle up, everybody.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'll try to get drunk first. So
that sounds get a little zizzed up and then just call and just share a lot. Real quick, we have Poor with a communal vision though. Oh wait, Pepperoncini and then Poor. We got two, and then I'll let you go. So this one is Corky Romano. Chris Kattan receives a surprising call from his long lost father, Pop, played by Peter Falk, an underworld crime lord who has been indicted by a grand jury. Reading indicted as indicated is such a funny, dumb person thing to do. Corky must now get into the FBI and look for proof against his father. The hacker that helps him get into the FBI accidentally makes him look like a super agent. Now he must fake his way through one tough assignment after another. Any response?
Chris Kattan is underrated. He's the Dark Lord and he lives in his parents' basement, but he works at Cinnabon.
And then Pepperoncini says, one second. Pepperoncini says, my point is the IRS is taking away the grandma's house. Happy Gilmore is a rowdy boy who was raised by his grandmother. He wants to be a hockey player, but isn't because of one thing. He can't skate. When his grandmother's house is foreclosed because of her failure to pay her taxes and she's placed in a retirement home, Happy must try to find a way to make some money.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Namaste. Well, thanks so much. Vita, Thursday is going to be personal oversharing, and I'm genuinely looking forward to the call.
Amazing. Me too. I'm great at that. Namaste, Leslie. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste, Vita. Have a good night.
You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Namaste. It's been too long. It's been too long since we got to speak to Flying Vita. I know, busy life, streamer herself, doesn't always line up. Nigel Pennyweather, caller is having an internal dialogue really that important? Well, call up on Thursday and let's get into it. Maybe it's not, maybe it is. Namaste, everybody. So, guys, listen, beautiful night tonight, beautiful exploration, kind of a mess, to be honest. Everybody, I don't think anybody, not very, I would say it's about 50-50 in terms of who got what the hell I was talking about and who just completely missed it. Namaste to you either way. There's strength in not getting it. I think that's part of the theme tonight. So even if you didn't get it, Michaela, most of the time, just let it be known that's very tremendously strong of you. And dragon was arisen in you. My point is the IRS taking away that one day while at a driving range, he discovers that he can hit. I'll see you guys Thursday. A golf ball 100 feet, so the range pro convinces him to try being a pro golfer. Reluctant at first, he considers himself a hockey player.